Hi guys, it's Dead Z here, king of PlayStation nostalgia and a lover of all things geeky here on YouTube. So welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys all of the video games that I've been picking up over the last month. Now I've picked up a good old stack of bangers this month. So in the comment section down below I want to know from you guys out there, what new video games have you been playing or have you been buying this month? So 2 months in a row I've treated myself to a Nintendo Switch Lite. This time I've decided to get it in turquoise. It's very sort of like blue. I mean, it looks really great. I'm actually going to go for a full set of like colours in the Nintendo Switches. I've already got my eyes on the like coral pink as well as like the grey ones, so I'm definitely going to have to pick those up. This I picked up on Facebook Marketplace. It was 120 quid in box with Mario Kart 8. The box is in perfect condition. This is basically something that, you know, a family bought for their kid and they played it maybe a few times and then they didn't want it and they just sold it. I mean, the box is immaculate. This thing looks absolutely brand new. The console itself is in perfect condition. There's no like scratches on the screen. All the buttons work perfectly fine. You know, there's no like drift on any of them. I mean, this console is essentially brand new. I mean, it really is. And for 120 quid, it was an absolute steal. And on top of that, I got Mario Kart 8. It didn't come with a box, which kind of sucks. But I just got the cartridge itself, which, you know, I can't really complain. I mean, a boxed Switch Lite for 120 quid and a Mario game. I mean, that was an absolute bargain. I had to have it. So this month I've gone absolutely bonkers with Pokemon games, and I decided to pick myself up a Nintendo 2DS with Pokemon Moon pre-installed in it. This thing looks absolutely amazing. I absolutely love the box art. I mean, it really pops out to me, all of the blue and the purple and the moon. I mean, it looks absolutely amazing, and this box is in mint condition. I mean, it looks really good. You can tell that I bought this off a collector, I'm guessing, because it's in perfect condition. I mean, there's no scratches on it. I mean, it looks absolutely great. The console itself is a really nice like blue colour. It's got Pokemon Moon pre-installed on it. I've actually already got Pokemon Moon, but this is mainly just going to go on my Nintendo handheld shelf and just look really sexy, because I mean, I'm absolutely loving the box and the console. I probably won't even play it because I've got a new 3DS XL. Yeah, I just really wanted this because it looked absolutely awesome. So where I've picked up a few Nintendo Switches, of course I had to start a Nintendo Switch collection. I've picked up quite a few games already, but the first thing I'm going to show you is Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think that's how you pronounce it. But I also got some goodies from Amazon as I pre-ordered it. Yeah. So first up I got was this absolutely amazing steelbook. It looks really cool. You know, you got Pikachu on the front on that stump. That looks absolutely amazing. Like, I love this steelbook. It looks really clean. And then they got an absolutely awesome Pokeball. This is like the old school Pokeball. It looks like it's sort of like made of wood. And when you open it up, inside you can put 3 Nintendo Switch cartridges inside it. Now, in all honesty, they fall out straight away. But it looks really cool when you put it on the shelf. Now, this game is apparently like different and has like shaked up the Pokemon formula. It's more like an action meets sort of like RPG Pokemon game, where you're not really going around battling trainers, but you're out in the wild, sort of like in Breath of the Wild, sort of like the Zelda game, and you're going out and you're building up the Pokedex, and you're going and facing wild Pokemon that can actually attack you and damage you, and you know, it's like you can just explore the huge region in sort of like an open world. So I've heard really good things about it. I cannot wait to play this game. I'm also tempted to get a normal Switch just so I can play this on my big TV. But yeah, I'm going to have a lot of fun playing this on night shifts. So guys, I am going for a full set of Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch. Now, Pokemon is actually my favourite Nintendo franchise. I know that's going to blow a lot of people's brains and they'll be like, oh my god, over Mario and Zelda. But I am a bit of a Nintendo noob in all honesty. I haven't really delved into all of those other franchises. And I've loved Pokemon ever since like Red and Blue back on the Game Boy and the card game when it came out when I was really little. So I had to pick up Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. This is a remake of Pokemon Yellow. but it's got elements of Pokemon Go, that like the phone game, where you can essentially, you don't battle wild Pokemon anymore. You do the Pokemon Go sort of style of like weakening them and throwing a Pokeball at them and that sort of stuff. But then you can still battle trainers and, you know, do the original like blue and red and yellow sort of like storyline. So I'm really looking forward to playing this because I am an old school Pokemon fan. Next up I got was Shining Pearl. This is obviously a remake of Pearl. There's also a remake of Diamond. And I only ever played, actually no I didn't. I played Pearl back in the day and I didn't play Diamond, even though I have got both of those games on the DS. Sealed still actually. I went back and bought them ages ago. So yeah, I've heard that these aren't the greatest remakes. I know a lot of the fans aren't happy with them, especially with like the animation style, and they didn't really go above and beyond, which is kind of sad, but you know, I'm still gonna get around to playing this and I'm really gonna look forward to playing myself some Pearl. Next up I got was new Pokemon Snap. Now I never actually played Pokemon Snap back on, what was it, the N64. I just thought the whole idea of like taking pictures of Pokemon was just a bit weird and there wasn't really much to it. But this one actually looks pretty cool. I'm going to give this a try, and you know, I want all of the Pokemon games on the Switch, so you know, I've got to pick up Pokemon Snap, and yeah, I want to try some new Pokemon games instead of just the plain old, like, you know, mainline stuff. Next up I got was Pokemon Shield. Last month I picked up Pokemon Sword and I got that with my yellow Switch. So this time I bought this bad boy. Now I've got a bit of a story of this. I won this on eBay for 30 quid and then the guy was like, oh I'm sorry, I don't know where the game is, and I was a bit like, okay. So then the dude decided to buy me from like PC World a brand new version of it. So I've got this sealed and I'm probably going to keep it sealed because I've got a sword, and I don't think the story or the Pokemon's going to be really that much different. So I might keep that for the Pokemon collection sealed. And then finally I got Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX Team, or Team DX. It's got a really weird name. It's one of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon series. I've never actually played one of these, but I've always been really intrigued to actually play one. And I know you sort of like suddenly wake up as a Pokemon, and yeah, you do like team dungeon battles in a sense. And there's like some sort of like mysterious storyline, and there's a lot of teamwork and challenges and like puzzles involved in it from my understanding, which actually sounds pretty cool because it's very different than the typical Pokemon games I've got a bit bored with. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this out. So I want to show you guys the other Nintendo Switch games that I picked up. First I got was Dragonball Z Fighter Z. Now I'm a massive Dragon Ball Z fan, and I've heard that this fighting game is actually meant to be really good. And a lot of people consider it to be a great fighting game, up there with the likes of like Street Fighter and Tekken and, you know, all of those fighters that everyone loves. So being a Dragon Ball Z fan, that's really promising to hear. I really want to check it out. Big fan of this. I know it's got its own original story with like Android 21, I think it is, or some sort of Margin Bowie looking girl. I mean, it looks super cool, in all honesty. I did pick this up for PlayStation 4, but I haven't actually played it yet. So yeah, I'm going to go back and forth between playing it on handheld as well as playing it on the big screen when I get around to it. I'm going to be doing like a big Dragon Ball Z sort of like anime games month very soon, so keep your eye out for that. Next up I got was BloodStained Ritual of the Night. I picked this up for about £15. It was super cheap. I know this is done by the guy that made Castlevania originally, and it was like a Kickstarter. Apparently this isn't meant to be the best port of it. Apparently like the PlayStation 4 port is meant to actually just play better. But this was a cheap game and I kind of wanted to, you know, sort of add more to my Switch collection, as I only at the time had about 3 games on it through the month. But now I've got quite a few more. This looks pretty damn cool, so I'm looking forward to playing this. Never really been into Castlevania games, but you know, I want to play, well, this isn't an official Castlevania game, but you know what I mean. I want to try out some new stuff. Next up I got was Deadly Premonition 2, A Blessing in Disguise. Now this is meant to be a really wacky sort of Resident Evil clone mixed with a bit of Twin Peaks, the TV series. It's meant to be sort of cheesy and bad, and the sort of game that I'm going to absolutely love. Sort of like that classic 90s Resident Evil cheese that I absolutely love. So I've always really wanted to check out Deadly Premonition. I've just picked up the first part of it, and you'll see that later on down the line in some videos. But yeah, I picked this up for CEX for £20, and I thought, oh my god, Deadly Premonition, it's 20 quid, I cannot say no, mainly because Switch games, even second hand, just seem to be really expensive. So I thought, it's 20 quid, I'm definitely picking it up. So I did. And then the final Switch game that I picked up was The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now this is a remake of the classic game, I think on, was it the SNES? I think this is like, is this Zelda 2, I believe? I'm a complete Nintendo noob, so don't shoot me, I don't know about Zelda or any of that. But this is the first Zelda game I've actually ever bought, so I'm really looking forward to playing this. It's a remake, it looks really, really cool. I love the art style on the back of this game. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. I know there's a lot of things added to this. You can use like magic powers, and there's this feather and a hook shot and bomb arrows, and there's something about where you can do dungeon making and mix it with like puzzles, and this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm really looking forward to checking out my first ever Zelda game. So the only non-Nintendo games that I picked up this month were on the PS4, and of course they're survival horror games, and this is for our underrated little survival horror series that I've only just sort of like discovered, and that is ReMotherd. You've got part 1, which is called Tormented Fathers, and you've got part 2, which is called Broken Porcelain. I don't really know a great deal about this survival horror like franchise. I know that it's new, and I checked out a couple of videos of it on YouTube. Seems pretty damn cool. I got the first one for like 20 quid, and I got the second one for about £23. So yeah, got these bad boys sealed, but I am 100% going to be doing some sort of video on these in the future on the channel, because, you know, survival horror is my favourite genre in video games, and this whole channel is going to be sort of surrounded, and the core of it's always going to be survival horror. So the Pokemon madness continues on the Nintendo 3DS. Let me show you what I picked up on the 3DS. First up I got was Pokemon Ultra Moon. Now this is a sort of like Pokemon Moon, but with all of like the DLC added onto it, which I actually thought that this was going to be like Pokemon Black and White, where you had a Black and White 2, and it's going to be its own little story. But then I realised, oh no, it's just got loads of added on things and new Pokemon on it. So I've decided that because I've got like Ultra Sun sealed, I'm actually going to start playing Ultra Moon, mainly just because I've got all of them now. I've basically completed my Nintendo 3DS Pokemon set, yeah, which I'm really happy about. The next game I picked up was Detective Pikachu. Now I really enjoyed the movie Detective Pikachu. I thought it was like pretty funny and kind of cool, and you know, being like an old school Generation 1 fan of Pokemon growing up as a kid, yeah, I really wanted to check out Detective Pikachu, because I have got that sort of like mainline Pokemon burnout, and yeah, I've been checking out things like Mystery Dungeon and all that sort of stuff just to see what's different, and yeah, Detective Pikachu is pretty damn cool. Next up I got was Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. To really like round off my Pokemon collection, I've got Omega Ruby, and this was just one of those games that was hanging around that I really needed to pick up, and I just saw that it was going up and up and up in price, and I thought, okay, it's time that I need to pick up Sapphire. Now I haven't actually played this game. Back in the day I played Ruby, and I played the remake of Ruby. I just haven't played this one, so actually yeah, I'm going to play this and maybe like cross over some Pokemon. So the last games to show you guys are on the DS. Now I picked up Pokemon Gold. Now this is one of my all-time favourite Pokemon games, mainly because you get to complete Region 2. Was it Johto? I think that's how you pronounce it. And then you get to go and then do the whole of Region 1. And that blew me away when I was a kid, playing like Gold and Silver back in the day. Yes. So when it got remade on the DS, I had to pick it up. I remember being in Blockbuster, and I used to see the box one with the little the walk-in thing, that little Pokeball walk-in with Doodad, and I used to think, I'm not going to pick it up, even though I absolutely loved that game, and now those are worth like 120 quid each, and I just like, oh my god, I should have bought them, because this is, in all honesty, I think Pokemon Gold is my favourite Pokemon game of all time. It's an absolute classic. So the last handheld console that I picked up this month was actually a gift from my older brother. He got me the Game & Watch Nintendo Zelda version. There's actually a Mario version of this. This thing's super, super cool. It's got on it, actually, The Legend of Zelda. You've got Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. You've got The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. You've got Vermin, the Link version. You've got sort of a Playtime Clock, The Legend of Zelda, which I'm guessing is like a weird sort of like clock Zelda-y kind of like thing. I'm not really sure what it was. And then you've got Playtime Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, where, I don't know, this is like, I don't know if this is like a combination of like a handheld console as well as like a watch or a clock kind of like thing in one. I mean, it's super cool. I really like the box art. I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. The last 2 games that I got were actual free with the 2DS, Pokemon Moon, and that is Kung Fu Panda! I mean, the movie's great, the game looks terrible, in all honesty, but it was free. And then I got Toy Story free, I mean, they're free. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it the old thumbs up, share it around, subscribe, click that notification bell for more monthly pickups popping up in your feed, as well as loads of other awesome geeky video game videos. In the comment section down below, I want to know from you guys out there, what was the best pickup that you think that I picked up this month? And also, if you haven't already, tell me, what new video games have you been buying or have you been playing this month? I'll catch you guys next time.